Alright, YouTube. What's up? It's your boy Original Dog Man. And I'm getting I knew the comments was coming because I dropped the race card. But not a one of you motherfuckers can call me racist. First of all, you gotta prove that shit. And number two, I have black children and black grandchildren that are blacker than most of y'all. Number three, I have white children, half white children, one in the military, one who's a published author, and one who's still a baby, smarter than most of y'all motherfuckers. So, let's see you call me racist, first of all. Try to call me out for that dumb shit. I'm calling out what I see is obvious. What I see is obvious. So, what do I see that is obvious? I see Mr. Cheap Sense being side railed. That's what the fuck I see. I seen, and first of all, before you call me racist, understand that I call all of you motherfuckers out, whites and blacks. And if you're Mexican or Chinese, I call out the Mexicans too, the Spanish, Jesus Vargas. Yeah, I'll call every last one of you motherfuckers out, and I don't give a shit. So before you pin and peg me for one thing or being one-dimensional, you better get your shit straight. Number one, okay? Number two, not only do I diss motherfuckers on all races, but I help motherfuckers on all races. So there's no bias there. So get that off the top of your motherfucking minds, all right? I'm calling it out as I fucking see it and as I fucking feel it. That's what the fuck I call it out for, all right? So, yeah, I stood up for DB. Though DB didn't need nobody standing up for him. He a man himself. But I still stood up for DB. And I defended positions that DB held. And now guess what? I'm standing up. And I'm standing up for Mr. Cheap Sense. Call it what you want, man. If I see the unfairness, I'm going to call it the fuck out. That's what I do. That's what I do. So, what do I see here? What do I see? I see Matt from Georgia Gents. No disrespect to the dude. I don't have no beef with the dude. But I see him receiving shit from the same company that Mr. Cheap Sense received something for. But Mr. Cheap Sense just received one thing. Matt from Georgia Sense received the whole damn line. What do I see? Mr. Cheap Sense asked for a sample vial. What does TLTG get? The whole damn line. Or the entire bottle. He didn't ask for 1 ml. He asked for a sample. We talking about a sample. We're not talking about a whole bottle. We talking about a sample. That's the Allen Iverson move right there. I'm pulling on y'all. We talking about a motherfucking sample. Mr. Cheap Sense didn't ask for 10 ml. He didn't ask for a 5 ml. He didn't ask for a 30 ml. He didn't ask for a 60 or 100. He asked for a sample. And the man couldn't get a sample off of damn near 3,000 subscribers, 2,500. He couldn't get a sample, man. From Mr. Smelly? And yet Cheap Sense goes and supports this motherfucker on his channel and comments. And Mr. Smelly gives the thumbs up. All right, Mr. Cheap Sense, thumbs up for you supporting me. But you couldn't send a sample to a motherfucker that almost has 3,000 subscribers. You couldn't give a sample, man. You couldn't give a sample, Mr. Smelly. You know what that tells me? The only thing that I could see, the only thing that I can see of why Mr. Smelly gave TLTG a whole bottle is the similarity in color, baby. It's the similarity in color. And I hate to say that. Like I said, this is the race card I'm bringing up, but it is what it is. What is the difference between giving someone who has 3,000 subscribers, 2,500 subscribers, a little sample, and giving a motherfucker with 10,000 subscribers a whole entire bottle? The ratio isn't right. The math isn't even right with that, man. The math is way the fuck off. If that was the case, you should have just gave TLTG a 30 ml. Maybe the ratio and the math will weigh out then. Maybe you can excuse yourself from giving Mr. Cheap Sense a vial. A sample. A sample. Shit, 100 ml? You might as well went and had at least 50,000 subscribers for that 100 ml, right? If that's the case, but that's not the case. We're not talking about that. Now, that's excluded. That is excluded. You know, that ratio of mLs per subscribers, that's out of the fucking question. Because why? You give them way too much per subscriber. Let's do the math, people. The math ain't adding up. So if you want to call it that. Now, I heard someone come on my channel and say, Mr. Cheap Sense channel sucks ass. Says who, motherfucker? That's your fucking opinion. Many of us motherfuckers who looking for alternative fragrances will go and visit Mr. Cheap Sense channel. I know I have. Why? Because if I can get away with paying for something that smells expensive and pay 20 bucks for it, you're fucking right, I fucking will do it. You're fucking right, I fucking will do it. You know when I bought this? You know who talked about this? Cheap Sense. Cheap Sense talked about this. This when I bought this. What else is a great fragrance that I bought off of Cheap Sense? I'm gonna tell y'all. This one. I actually like this fucking scent. Fruity, musky, almost tobacco-y. Let's see. It's just fresh fruity. Tropical fruit. Musk. This is a good fucking scent. Jovan Tropical Musk. What else I bought off of Cheap Sense? Cuba Gold. I got that off of him. Which I actually like. I got a few more motherfucking scents from Cheap Sense when I used to watch them, when I first watched them back in the day. Trying to figure, this motherfucker right here. Cheap Sense. I gave this away. I liked it in the beginning, but then when I bought Chanel L'Homme Sport, I was like, I don't need this anymore. I gave this away. I just have the canister now. So who the fuck says that Cheap Sense can't influence a motherfucker into buying something? I just named 3 fucking fragrances right off the bat that I bought because of Cheap Sense, and none of y'all knew about that shit. Yeah, everyone has the power to influence someone else into buying something. But you can't give Mr. Cheap Sense a vial, a sample. Fuck you mean, man. I guarantee you, every last one of his subscribers on Cheap Sense list has at least bought one thing because of Cheap Sense, because of Key. That's a guarantee, baby. That's a guarantee. At least every one of his subscribers on his list has at least bought one thing because of him. Why? Number 1, because he can influence. Number 2, because the shit is cheap. Number 3, if he has the power to influence, then give that man a fucking vial. Be fucking fair. Because I don't see no other cause. I don't see no other reason why you shouldn't give that man a fucking vial. I don't see no other reason. First of all, here's another thing. Cheap Sense was beating Matt in subscribers. Cheap Sense was beating Matt in subscribers. That doesn't mean that Cheap Sense doesn't have the potential to up his game in editing skills and shit like that. I choose not to do that shit. Look, motherfucker, I have the power to do that shit. I had the potential to fucking dig a ass and fucking get subscribers and outperform most of these motherfucking phony ass, dry ass, lame ass YouTube influencers in this fragrance game. Trust me, man. I got plenty fucking ideas. If I really wanted to do some corporate cocksucking, I'll pull out that fucking camera. I'll pull out all the fucking software I have on your bitch ass and fucking edit the fuck out all my videos. You see this motherfucking camera? This is the Canon EOS Rebel. This bitch was made for videos and fucking photography. And not only that, this takes light painting, all kind of fucking video, slow motion, all that shit. You think I can't fucking look at it? This is the best motherfucking camera for YouTube, baby. The EOS Rebel. SL motherfucking 2. Slow motion, fast speed, long exposure, all that shit. And I've done it all. Light painting, photography. I make y'all motherfuckers look like clowns in this bitch. But I don't feel like taking the time out to do that shit. I work. I don't do corporate cocksucking. I have morals and ethics. But you want to say, Mr. Cheap Sense channel sucks. What y'all don't see is the potential in that motherfucking channel. Y'all don't see the potential in any of us small YouTubers. We are the motherfucking backbone. What other reason is there for Steven and Jeremy and Mr. Smelly to not give Mr. Cheap Sense a sample? We're talking samples here again. A sample. Come on, man. A sample. What reason is there to not give Mr. Cheap Sense a sample with over 2,000 subscribers? What reason? What reason? I'm going to tell y'all why. Y'all don't see the potential in him. Y'all don't see the potential in his subscribers. And y'all don't see the potential in his channel, period. But that man has done his channel legit. Legit. Sure, he's done some collab videos. He's done some collabs with Matt. But if you look at it, Matt had less subscribers than Cheap Sense. Cheap Sense had nothing to gain off of that. He didn't have much to gain off of it. Matt had more to gain off of it than Cheap Sense did. Now ask yourself the question. What other reason is there? Poor video quality? That it? Poor video quality. His video come out fine. You can get the message. You hear the words. He even tells you that his skin, his dry skin, eats up the fragrance. So it don't last as long on him as it would on you. He tells you that. He gives you all the information you fucking need to know about a fragrance, whether you want to buy it or not. You're trying to tell me this man doesn't have the potential to influence anyone. I bought 3 fucking fragrances off of Cheap Sense. But you want to give this man a sample. And y'all don't see that even Cheap Sense is up in his game. Seen a video of Cheap Sense, man. This man has Blue Day Chanel, Fahrenheit, Armani Code Profumo. He's up in his game in designers. He's just not sticking with cheap. If that's your excuse, that he's only with cheap, that's bullshit. The man went and got Creed Aventus. I don't even have that shit. Come on. Give me some more motherfucking excuses why you won't give Cheap Sense some fucking fragrances. You won't give Cheap Sense some samples, man. Some samples? Almost 3,000 subscribers. And you want legit 3,000. This ain't bought. This ain't paid for subscribers. This is 3,000 subscribers. Ross from TLTG gained 50 subscribers in 1 motherfucking minute. Bro, you serious? Y'all serious right now? Y'all serious right now? Come on. Come to my channel and what did that motherfucker call me? He called me stupid or ignorant. He called me a clown for calling this shit. Look, I call it out as I motherfucking see it. And you can't peg me racist. You can't peg me unfair. There's no fucking way you will ever peg me unfair, motherfucker. But here's one thing I'm going to tell you. You motherfuckers that are coming commenting this dumb shit, your profiles are sock accounts. You don't have real faces to your profiles. You ain't worth shit. Your words don't mean nothing. Show your motherfucking face, whoever you are, hiding behind them profiles. How about you do that shit? So when you motherfuckers come to my channel, no, I'm going to call your bitch ass out. You come to my channel, you better come fucking correct. Because I don't see no other alternative why you wouldn't give Cheap Sense a fragrance, a sample. Why? Because he in the drama? A little bit of drama? That's why? You don't think Ross is in the drama? Ross is in the drama. He just tries to run from it. Yeah. Carlos, you in the drama. You try to run from it. You too, Steven. You in the drama. You bitches don't confront it and face it. And embrace the truth. You motherfuckers run from the truth. That's what the fuck y'all do. That's what Jeremy does. Jeremy is running from the truth so fucking hard. Jeremy running harder than anyone. Jeremy don't even get on fucking people's live stream. Jeremy don't even comment. I don't see no comments from Jeremy ever. Jeremy's living his godlike life. What he told George from the Fragrance Apprentice, he says immortality. While watching Joey Canoli's live stream, Jeremy Fragrance walks up to George and says, immortality. Bitch, do you really think you're immortal, motherfucker? You really think? See, this is the narcissistic mentality that Jeremy has. Many motherfuckers have this mentality. I don't. I recognize that my wrongs, but I also recognize the bullshit with you guys. You motherfuckers, you companies. Just like Paco Rabanne gave Jeremy Invictus Onyx, he called it Invictus 2016. No, bitch, it smelled nothing like it. It smelled nothing like Invictus of 2016, Invictus Aqua. It smelled like the regular Invictus more so. That's what everyone was saying who smelled it now. But no, Paco Rabanne only wanted to give Jeremy Fragrance that one bottle. They didn't give any other reviewers a free bottle. Paco Rabanne gave Jeremy Fragrance a free bottle. Sure in the fuck did. Thinking that Jeremy Fragrance would give him a jump start on sales. Why? Because it was a money grab. You would never see Invictus Onyx in my fucking collection. Lost my respect. You want to know what fragrances I'm hooked on now? Mancera's. I'm going to get George Zaharoff because George Zaharoff gives back to the community. George Zaharoff has his dealings and his drama in this community too. But at least the man tries to give back. But you, Mr. Smelly, you won't give back. Steven, you won't give back. Unless it's a positive review. Unless you know that the person is going to speak positively of you. That's when you decide to give freely. Here's the fucked up thing. Steven went to the live stream. He went to go visit Cheap Scent's live stream twice. The second time, he offered to give fragrances. How are you going to offer someone something and then turn around and not give it to him? The only thing that I can come up with Steven is maybe he was trying to get in good with Cheap Scents because he knew I was on his ass. And at that time, I was also on Cheap Scents' ass. Calling Cheap Scents out. Yeah, I call Cheap Scents out too. I have no bias. If I see wrong, I call out wrong. If I see someone being wronged, I'm going to call that shit out just like I'm doing now for Cheap Scents. That's right. I even take up for my enemies when I know my enemy is being fucked over. And Cheap Scents ain't really an enemy. I'm just saying. But you bitch ass motherfuckers that want to comment on my fucking video, know this. I will make videos about comments. I'm not fucking afraid to do that shit. And I ain't too prideful. My eyes ain't wide shut. My eyes are wide open. And if you think I'm scared to do it, or you think I'm scared to make videos about comments or some bullshit, you're wrong. I will call you out to the 10th degree till you get on camera with your motherfucking face, or you just gonna shut the fuck up and get off my channel with that bullshit and never come back. Because I don't give a fuck if you subscribe to me or not. If you want the truth, you will subscribe. If you don't, get the fuck and never come back. I don't do no corporate cock sucking. I ain't here to appease you motherfuckers. Get that straight. You come to my channel, you come for truthful and honest 100% reviews without anyone else or anyone influencing me or any outside influence. I don't accept sponsorships, endorsements, and I damn sure don't monetize my videos. I earn my own money. No one has to give me a handout ever. I don't accept that shit. I got more fucking pride and respect for myself than most of these motherfuckers on this fucking YouTube platform. Straight the fuck up. Now, what you got to say about that? Not a goddamn thing. Want to know why? Because you bitches don't have the gall to do what I do. That's why. That's why. So you come at me, you better fucking come at me correct. I call out the bullshit. What other fucking excuse? What other alternative? What other reason do they have to not give Cheap Sense a sample? I just scratched out subscribers. I just scratched out content. I just scratched out everything else besides race. Now let's get down to race. Could it be? Let's ask ourselves that question. Could it be that Mr. Cheap Sense is a ghetto black man who was raised in a rough neighborhood and had a rough life, and he doesn't really appeal to PC culture as much as everyone else does? Could it be? Could it be cultural influence? Because if that's the case, cultural influence, then we are talking about race. It is a racist thing. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. You know, and here's the thing. And I honestly, not just for Mr. Cheap Sense because he's black, but you want to know another channel that might not get as much play because of the title of the channel? Civilized Redneck. Just the word redneck would turn these motherfuckers off from this dude. Why? Because it's not politically fucking correct. See, that's the sensitivity level of you bitch ass motherfuckers. That's how sensitive you motherfuckers are. Triggered motherfuckers. Y'all triggered. See, I'm not triggered. I do this, baby. This is what I do. I do it all the time. It's nothing new to me. It's nothing new to me. Key could have pulled the race card, but he was a bigger man. And I told him, you know what, bro? I'm going to pull the race card. Because I see it. And even other white people in this YouTube community see it. We ain't talking about white privilege here. We ain't talking about this nonchalant bullshit. We talking about what's really real. What's really going on in the subjective minds of men. That's what I'm talking about. The deeper issue. What does Mr. Smelly see? What does Steven see? And what does Jeremy Fragrance see when they look at Mr. Cheap Sense? Let me tell you what they see. Subjectively, because I study this shit, they see a big black man. They see a past, which he was a thief and a crook. He has a history, right? That's what they see. But they don't see, and they're not looking at the potential of the man. They're not looking at the good things that this man can do for this community, which he does, and which he has done a lot of good things. They don't see that. 3 fucking fragrances that I bought off of Cheap Sense. You don't think that's something? If 10 motherfuckers like me bought 3 fragrances off of Cheap Sense and he has 3,000 people, that's 30 fucking fragrances. If 100 motherfuckers view his channel and bought 3 fragrances off of Mr. Cheap Sense, guess how many fragrances? That's 300. I actually believe that with Mr. Cheap Sense 2,500 subscribers, he has influenced more motherfuckers to buy more fragrances than any other fucking YouTuber on fucking YouTube. Influencer on YouTube. Not only because they were cheap, because he could influence them in that kind of style. In that category. Cheap fragrances. Because Mr. Cheap Sense has smelled most of the Cheap Sense, do you not think that he knows what is quality and what isn't when it comes to Cheap Sense? This man has dressers and shelves of fucking fragrances. Not saying that none of y'all don't have as much as he does, but he got a lot. He has a lot. And he has helped many people find alternatives and has influenced people. A lot of us do in this community. The smaller YouTubers, we have influenced a few people. That's a fact. Damn that. That Joe Van Muss is actually smelling really good. I'm liking this right now. Damn, I almost sprayed some more on me. What the fuck? Some of y'all might not like this shit. I actually like this shit. It smell really... It doesn't smell heavy or cloying. This shit is actually just right. For right now. It's kind of hot out. Ooh, this is working real good right now. Because I just came from outside. But yeah, man. Yeah, so for those of y'all who want to come in defense of Mr. Smelly, Mr. Steven from Red Lessons, and Jeremy Frick, y'all want to come in their defense? Come on. Bring that shit on. Just know when you come to my channel, I'm going to make a video like this, and I'm going to make you look fucking stupid. Because y'all don't know jack shit. Y'all don't know what's really going on in this community. Y'all don't know a motherfucking thing. And I talk to people behind the scenes all the time. I talk to Google fucking employees. They know what's going on. Yes, sir, I fucking do. Y'all want to try to come call me out? Call me out with a face, man. That's what y'all do. Be truthful and upfront. Call me out with your motherfucking face. So we can get this shit out in the open. You think y'all got the goal to do that shit? Y'all think y'all got the nerve to speak the truth? I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh, dog, man, you wrong for throwing out the race card. Why? Why am I wrong? It's the only fucking thing I see. It's the only fucking thing I see happening. Sam Broom was also another. I hate to bring Sam into this because I know Sam tried to stay neutral by bringing him in. Sam Broom tried to ask a few companies for some fucking fragrances. He said it in his own live stream. They denied him. They denied that man. But if it was a white YouTuber, or if it was maybe even a light-skinned YouTuber, or maybe a black YouTuber that sound real white, that sound real proper, maybe you could get away with it. Being sent free fragrances, right? That demeanor. Yeah, that subjective bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. What they believe to be a righteous and enduring sound from the vocals of a motherfucking person. A person who has no indignation in their voice. And it's so peach seed culture that, yeah, we'll give them a free sample. Maybe even a free bottle. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's call that shit out for what it is, man. Some bullshit. That's what it is. It's some bullshit, man. Some bullshit. Because a motherfucker don't sound the way you want him to sound. Or look the way you want him to look. Or look the part. All that matters is whether this man can influence 3,000 people. That's all that matters. Well, actually more matter. If you stand behind your fragrance, and if your fragrance is good, then he'll influence his people into buying it. But if your fragrance is shit, Mr. Schmelly, maybe you're afraid to give it to someone to speak the truth, huh? Is that it? That could be it too. That could be it too. But nah, I think Mr. Smelly gave Jay Copeland a free fragrance. Or some black dude. Another black dude. Maybe Jay Copeland. Right? Right? Why? You want to know what sometimes people call these black dudes who aren't really down with their race? And I can understand why sometimes. I can. I understand that side. You know, sometimes motherfuckers just too ignorant and too thuggish and just too real stupid and ghetto-ish that some black people don't even like their own race. But they call those people Uncle Toms. But to hate someone for no reason at all, then you are genuine Uncle Tom. It's okay to be an Uncle Tom. But to be that kind of Uncle Tom, where you don't speak out for your brother when you know that they're doing wrong to your brother. Y'all ever seen that movie Django in Chains? And you seen Samuel L. Jackson as that house slave, that house nigga? that slave. There was the white collar slave who always stays in the house. Yes, sir, massa. If you black people don't speak up for Keith, Mr. Cheap Sense, you exactly that house nigga. I hate to say it. You exactly that house nigga. And you the type of nigga that'll watch your brother get shot and hung before you open your mouth in righteousness. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, that race card I'm throwing all over the place, ain't I? Y'all like it? This the ghetto side of me. This me. This the old dog man grew up in the hood. This me. See, I can defend Cheap Sense because I've been on that side of the fucking road. I've been on both sides of the fence, man. When it comes to culture, I'm all around, baby. I'm multicultural. I've been up north, down south, wherever the fuck you want. In the islands, on Japanese, in Japan. I've seen it all. Yins and y'alls. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've dealt drugs. I've been dealt drugs. I drank. I got drunk. I smoked. I did it all. I've had children. I had a brother die. I had a father die. What the fuck y'all want to know, man? Most of y'all, honestly, could not walk in my motherfucking shoes. I share my story with a lot of y'all. But none of y'all really know my full story. None of y'all have seen what the fuck I've seen. Let me give you a little taste of what I've been through. I visited, and I used to attend, and I used to go to a psychologist, a real psychologist, and sit there on a couch like you see them motherfuckers on TV. That's what I did. Once a week, I used to go see a psychologist. And when I told this motherfucker my story, you know what that psychologist told me? He said a motherfucker who goes over there to go see war may see some killings that one-time experience that fucking traumatizes their entire life. That's that one incident. This psychologist told me I've seen over 500 events and incidences that should have had me killing myself. Yes. I actually have YouTubes. I have YouTube videos of me seeing a psychologist. They're on private on another channel. I'll pull them bitches out for y'all if y'all want me to. You want proof? You see, I'm way stronger than many of y'all intellectually, physically, mentally, and spiritually than most of y'all motherfuckers think. And I'm not sitting here bragging. I'm telling the motherfucking truth. This is why I know God is real. Because God has brought me through these trials and these fucking tribulations. My brother dying, and I was there, seeing a man get shocked, seeing a man get executed, friends, watching my mother go through crack, cocaine, being beat up by my stepdad every day as a kid, Kool-Aid and coffee, hot coffee thrown on you in the middle of the night. Watching your sister get raped by your stepdad. You motherfuckers couldn't walk my motherfucking shoes. Trust me, man. Used to have to fight black kids every day because I was a different color and I had long, shiny black hair. You bitches couldn't walk in my motherfucking shoes if you fucking tried. So don't try to say, oh, I'm racist. Nah, it ain't even like that, bro. I call out the bullshit as I see it. Yeah, I've been fucked over in my life too. I don't like that feeling. And so when I see other people getting fucked over, I'm going to speak up. Especially when everyone's against me. Because that's exactly the time to say something. While everyone is listening. And if you don't like it, you can get the fuck. Peace the fuck out. Never come back. Bye, bitch. Most of y'all on here just for a good time. Hey, enjoy your good time. Be oblivious to what's really going on. Don't help nobody. Go ahead. Go do your thing. Go be happy nonchalantly. And fuck everybody else who's trying to get up in life. Struggling and people are fucking them over. Let's just let these companies get away with this shit. Let's let these companies get away with it. A sample. A sample. This is what all this is over. A sample. Something as easy as this. All you had to do was give a motherfucker a sample. But y'all couldn't even do that. Why? Because your prejudices are greater than your greed. Or your greed is equivalent to your prejudices. One or the other, man. You don't want to give cheap sensual fragrance because you don't want to be represented in a negative light. The black light. The light of racism. The light of cultural and ethnic backgrounds. You just wanted to be all white people? Or all Greek, because I heard that Stephen is a Greek now. You Greek? You know, the Greeks are one of the most freakiest motherfuckers out there. You know, Greeks the one basically was fucking animals and men. Yeah, that's right. I said it. That's right. That's where all that pagan shit came from. Y'all ever seen the series Rome? All that freaky shit going on. Fucking your sisters and your mamas. Yeah. Yeah. That Hellenistic bullshit. Yeah. Caesar. Agrippa. Cicero. Yeah, I studied that shit too. Augustus. That plays into the Bible too. I know about that shit too. The months of the year. September. October. November. December. Let's see. So September is the 7th. October is the 8th. November is supposed to be the 9th. And December is supposed to be the 10th for Desi. But they added 2 months. July and August. For Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. Push back the birthday of Jesus Christ. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? September, October, November, December. That's 10. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Push these two up 2 months. Yeah, they added those 2 calendar months later. For Julius and Augustus Caesar. That pagan bullshit. That also plays into why Jesus Christ's birthday is all fucked up. Because the devil tries to hide the truth, man. But y'all don't want to recognize that shit. I can speak on many fucking things that come to truth. But many of you bitch ass motherfuckers, you're going to hide behind them profiles. You won't show your face. You won't make a video response about this. Because you too fucking chicken shit. You too fucking hoe-like. Y'all fucking cowards. Yeah, that's right. I said it. You'd rather hide behind a profile. Instead of actually speaking up like a man. Call my number. 504-247-4771. You got a problem with me? Speak like a man. I ain't gonna cuss you out unless you get disrespectful. But if you talk to me like a man, I'm gonna talk to you like a man. We got issues. This FragCom. This supposed to be family, but is it? Really? See, when anything goes wrong in a family, we're supposed to put each other in check. If we doing something wrong, if we bringing stolen items from outside, right? We say, go take this shit back out. You ain't gonna get this family arrested and caught up, right? That's what we do. FragCom. We call each other out. Let's do what's right. Not all this deceitful shit. 50 subscribers in 1 minute. 10,000 subscribers in less than a couple of months. While other motherfuckers have been in this game a very, very long time. 10 years or more and barely have 30,000 subscribers. Barely have 15 and 10,000 subscribers. Over 10 years. But this motherfucker been in the game less than a year. He's already at 10,000 subscribers. Man, you better fucking eat a dick with that shit. Not here, man. And I know many of us, we wasn't raised by some dumbass, crazy ass mamas. You don't like what I'm saying? Huh? You mad, bro? Go fix your shit. Fix your way of reasoning and analyzing shit. Because we got motherfuckers in this fragrance community that can analyze shit like a motherfucker. And we can peep game. And we know truth. And we know what's happening. We ain't stupid. Y'all can't play us like that. No. Y'all can't. So if y'all not on y'all A game, might as well just see your way out. Because you ain't gonna be us with that shit. You're not gonna bullshit us. Especially not me. Because I'll call it all out. And I don't care if you're my friend or not. I don't. I don't care if you consider yourself my friend. Ask Mr. Cuddles. I'll call you out. Or I'll talk to you in person about it. And that's just respect. But if these companies don't have enough respect to do the right thing, we're going to call them out. Yeah, that's right. Steven has now become a company. Mr. Smelly has now become a company. Jeremy Fragrance, we already know he has become a company. They're now selling their product. They are a company. Don't get shit twisted. Don't think that these motherfuckers are still like us. They're not like us. These motherfuckers will take advantage of every last one of you motherfuckers unless you put an end to it right then and there. Don't think that just because now you're selling a fragrance, that now you are just still like us. Nah. If you sell fragrance, you must now uphold a higher standard and a higher level of morals and ethics. What? What? You think you don't? You think you don't? If you selling product to some fucking people out there, you better make sure that product is A+. That the quality of that product is A+. Now let's ask the question. Is Steven's product A+? Of course it's not. He done jacked someone else's fucking shit. Mr. Smelly, is his product A+? Of course it's not. He would have gave Cheap Sense a sample a long time ago. He wouldn't have been afraid to give Cheap Sense a sample. 3,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers, you should have gave him a sample. And look, just because his subscribers subscribe to him because of Cheap Sense, don't mean that all his subscribers are cheap. You'd be wrong to think that shit. Cause I bought cheap fragrances off of fucking Cheap Sense, and motherfucker, I have fragrances like this. So don't think I'm cheap. I have fragrances like this. $120. Fragrances like this, over $100 for 2.2 ounce. I have fragrances like this that's $150. For how many mLs is this? I believe this is 150 ml. 5 ounces. Right here. 5 ounces. This is a big bottle. This ain't that little bitch ass bottle of Blue de Chanel EDP that most of y'all have. This is the big bottle, baby. This is the 5 ounce bottle right here. And it still got a lot of juice in it. Yeah, EDP, not EDT, which is cheaper. This is the EDP. The only reason why I didn't buy the Parfum, which actually smells better than this, it doesn't last long. Yeah, I've had it. Doesn't last long. I've had the samples. And damn, even fucking Blue de Chanel will give you samples. No. Mr. Smelly won't give a motherfucker a sample. We talking about a sample here. We're not talking about a whole bottle. We're talking about a sample. That's what we're talking about. A sample. Everybody who subscribed to Cheap Sense is not cheap. We will purchase cheap set and alternatives. But just because we subscribe to Cheap Sense does not mean we are cheap. If I wanted to buy a $500 fragrance right now, I'd buy a $500 fragrance right now. Trust me. Oh, you got another car? I'd buy a $500 fragrance right now. If I wanted to. But I have responsibilities too. I can neglect other things. We talking about a sample.